Disclaimer, this video is unscripted and all over the place. Magic Springs has been my home park since around 2011. This park has had a total of 9 coasters in its lifetime, with it being Roaring Tornado, Twist and Shout, Wild Hog, Zyklon, Arkansas Twister, Big Bad John, Diamond Mine Run, the Gauntlet, and the X Coaster. Out of the 9 coasters, 4 of the coasters have either been removed or defunct. The only coaster that I know about having a reason to be removed was the Twist and Shout, which was a Zamperla zigzag coaster that ejected a woman off it in 2006. Since then, Magic Springs has had a pretty clean record. But Magic Springs has also lost 2 of my favorite flat rides that they had, with it being Wild Thing, which was a Zamperla spinning ride, and Mr. Dean's Rocket Machine, which was an SNS drop tower. For what I know of, Magic Springs has not had a new ride since 2018, with that being a replacement for the SNS drop tower, with it being Brain Drain, which turned out to be a Larson drop tower. And with that means Magic Springs hasn't had a new coaster since 2006, which was a Mauer Sky Loop, which was about $4 million when they bought it. In this video, I will be talking about what Magic Springs could do for a new addition, such as a roller coaster, where they could put it, and how much it would cost roughly. With Magic Springs' current coaster lineup, it seems like all but 2 of their coasters have been relocated at a certain point. Those 2 exceptions being the X Coaster, which is a Mauer Sky Loop, and Diamond Mine Run, which is an E&F Miler kiddie coaster. It also seems that all of their coasters have costed under $9 million. With that information in mind, I will try to keep the coasters within Magic Springs' budget and to keep it plausible with the land that Magic Springs has available. Also, please keep in mind that this is not at all confirmed. This is all speculation and all for fun. And let's get right on to the ranking part of the video. Starting off with number 1, I think a Chance Hyper GTX, which is the same ride that Lightning Run is, will be a perfect fit for Magic Springs due to it being an airtime based ride, which Magic Springs doesn't have any other ride like it, unless if you count Arkansas Twister, but that ride does not give you any airtime. The ride is well within their budget, with it costing $7 million. There's only one other ride like it, and that's in Kentucky. And the dimensions for it is 225 feet by 685 feet, which I think will fit perfectly. As for a spot that you could put it in, I think you could put it by the log flume, or remove the log flume, because it seems like Magic Springs does have a problem with those log flume. So you can either remove the log flume and put this right there, or you could put this right over the lake or the man-made pond that Magic Springs has, and that would be a perfect shot. It could be a clone of Lightning Run, and I think it will be perfect. Coming in at number 2, I think you could get rid of the Arkansas Twister and put in a Gravity Group wooden coaster. And I'm talking about the size for like a Ravine Flyer 2 type coaster. I see that many little parks add in a Gravity Group coaster, which is a good coaster for the families. It provides good airtime, good fun, they're smooth enough, and it won't thrill too many, or it will still give the thrill to the thrill seekers, but it won't scare away too many little kids that are trying to get into building up into the bigger coasters. So I think that a Gravity Group coaster would be perfect for that. and they are within the range, at least for Ravine Flyer 2. It is well within the range for Magic Springs, with it being about $6 million. Coming in at number 3, I think a RMC Raptor could be a good fit, which I'm talking about the clone model, not like a Jersey Devil coaster type. I think that's too big, but since RMC did say that the Raptor was originally meant for the littler parks, and Silverwood has gotten one, and a park in South Dakota is getting one, I think another perfect park would be Magic Springs. If Kentucky Kingdom does not get it, or if they could kind of work out a little way with it being Kentucky being far enough away, which I think it is far enough away for Magic Springs to have a RMC Raptor and Kentucky Kingdom having an RMC Raptor. Well, either way, I'm not sure for how much it costs, but I think it'd be a good fit, and I think they could put it over their little man-made lake that they have. Now, just throwing this one out there, this would be the last one before I end the video, but if Magic Springs were to get a Bermuda Blitz model by Vekoma, this ride would be perfect because there's nothing else like it in the US. The only way you could experience one is in Poland, and that would just be way too far than the average person would go just to experience a coaster. And I think that if Magic Springs were to have this, it would put them on the map. Now, for spots that it could go in the Splash Island area or the log flume area, or they could expand out a little bit or remove Arkansas Twister and put it right there. But I don't think you would want to remove Arkansas Twister for a Let Coaster, because Let Coaster seems like it's more so twisting around, and that goes with all the Bermuda Blitz models that I'm thinking you would see. Even though there's only one Bermuda Blitz model, and that is Let Coaster, I would just expect it to be winding around itself, kind of. But yeah, I think Let Coaster would be perfect, but the thing about it is the price tag, which it's $12 million, which is almost double the cost of how much Magic Springs reported biggest coaster, with that being Goliath or the Gauntlet. That the Gauntlet was $7 million. Let Coaster would be $12 million. So if they were to get a clone of Let Coaster, put it right there, it almost doubles it. But it also means that Magic Springs will be put on the map. So if it were to be worth it, I think Magic Springs should do it. And that'll do it for this Magic Springs wishlist video. I hope everyone had a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays. And if you like this video, please get the thumbs up button and the subscribe button. Take them to Magic's Mountain and let them ride Lex Luthor Drop of Doom, but don't go on it with them. And once they are at the top, I want you to just run off out of the park. And this is Coaster Tori signing off.